Hello guys, welcome back to episode 4 of Talking Kaka. Episode 4. It baffles me every time that I am filming a new episode because I can't believe I have had the effort to do this over and over again. And then I watch the episodes back, I'm like, oh, I have to film another one because I forgot to talk about this. I forgot to talk about that. And look, the planning, it's not happening. I find it too much. I have like little lists of things that I wanted to talk about, but I never follow it. And half the time my list is in my notes, which is in my phone, and I record on my phone. So yeah, it's just not going to happen. But I think I do have a few things that I wanted to talk about today, and I think it would be criminal to not start off with probably the update that I am most excited to give, and obviously that is flight attendant and how that went, because as you guys know from the last episode, I was meeting up with a flight attendant and we have history, and yeah, we're just gonna see how that went. It would be my first time seeing him after 3 years. So the last time we met was 2022 when he was on a few little layovers here for a few months in Sydney. He lives in Queensland. And yeah, so I was seeing him for the first time in 3 years, and I was excited. I was, and I still was leading up to being on my way there to his house. How did it go, I guess, is what you guys all want to know. And look, I won't lie, it went well. I don't know what it is about me, but when it comes to hooking up or having sex, it is always just the most awkward experiences. And, you know, basically, I got there and I was very, very excited. I just wanted to get to it straight away. Look, guys, it's been 3 years. I haven't seen him in 3 years. We were doing a lot of sexy texting in the days leading up to this meetup. So yes, I was excited. Now look, he did warn me that his apartment was tiny. And I was like, no, that's fine. Like, we're just gonna fuck. Like, it doesn't matter how small your apartment is. Babe, when I got there, it was a literal shoebox apartment. I was worried about how we were both going to fit in there in the whole apartment. And I'm not hating on him. I'm absolutely not. Like, you know, we had a conversation, and this apartment, it's cheap. It is just him. And he's only there 2 days a week. So you don't need a big house. So let's get it clear right now. I'm not hating. I just was a little bit worried when I walked through the door and that was the whole apartment. I'm like, how are we supposed to get freaky when I take one step and I've done a full house tour of the apartment? Because the apartments are so small, like basically the bed that it comes with, there's a bed that comes with the apartment, and the area for the bed is so small, like you could only have a king single bed in there. So yeah, the apartment came with a bed. It was a part of the lease, and so he couldn't actually get rid of it. And it is one of them damn slat beds with them little wooden slats. Guys, every big bitch that has had a slat bed, we all have the same trauma. We all have the same trauma, and if you're a big bitch and you have a slat bed, salute to you. Absolutely nothing but respect. I don't know how you do it every day, because it is like every time you'd sit on the bed, it'd be like, okay, is today the day? Is today the day that my slats give up on me? But yes, he had a king single bed with wooden slats. I didn't know this at the time, but best believe we found out. Because, you know, I'm a big bitch. He is a big boy as well. It was never going to end well. But for me, I'm not studying the bed as we're about to get the, dirty on it. But I didn't notice that it was a slat bed. So we're doing it. It's already awkward because the space where the bed is, it's literally just enough space for the bed. The king single bed. It's like you walk in through the door, there's a wall here, you go right down, there's the kitchen, and then there's like a little square, a little square box, and that's just enough room for the bed. And then you've got a door that leads into the bathroom, and then you got like your little kitchen area and stuff. That was it. And like it was so small that we could have our legs spread touching both sides of the walls. So that was, look, it was convenient and we made it work, but it was very, very awkward. And yeah, it was just, I was told, I was warned about how small the apartment was, but did I genuinely think it was going to be that small? No. So we had to think on our feet. And it was interesting. It was very interesting. And yeah, so, about 15, 20 minutes in of a lot of foreplay, I'm standing up and, on the bed, and he's laying on the bed, and all I hear is one slat just kind of give out, and then I'm like, oh, what was that? And then I hear another one, and then I just go right through it. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, I think I just broke your bed. And not in the good way. Like, we weren't even doing anything. I stood up, and my big ass broke the bed. And he's like, no, don't worry about it. It happens all the time. I'm like, are you sure? I'm pretty sure I just broke your bed. He's like, no, none of the slats are broken. They just come out. Like, they just slide out. He's like, but are you okay, though? Bless him. That's all he cared about was whether I was okay. I'm like, baby, I'm fine. I'm just worried if I've broken the bed. What are we going to do? Where are we? There's literally nowhere else in this apartment that we can go if this bed is broken. So do what you got to do to fix it. But, he's like, no, it's not broken. None of the slats are broken. He pulls up the mattress. Yeah, none of the slats are broken. You know how awkward it was? I'm standing there, butt-ass naked, having to watch this man, butt-ass naked, putting the bed back together. Like, there was nothing more humbling that I've ever experienced than to watch a man butt naked fix the fucking bed that I broke, that my big ass broke, and yeah, it was awkward. And then once he finishes, he just lays back on the bed. He's like, all right, so you ready to keep going? I'm like, I have trust issues now. I don't trust your bed. He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get a hotel next time. But let's just keep going. I'm like, okay, all right, fine. Let's keep going. Like, if I break the bed again, I'm done. I'm going home. I'm going home. We got back into it. Killed the vibe a little bit, but we got back there eventually, back into the mood. And just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, this man has been in this apartment for 2 years, and they've never done fire alarm testing in the 2 years that he's lived there. So we're locked in at this point. We have fixed the bed. We have, we're back in the mood. We're feeling frisky again. And we're locked in. And all I hear is this sound over a speaker that I didn't even know was in the room. And it was like,
testing, this is just a test. I repeat, testing.
Followed by the longest alarm. And and this went on for 5 minutes. And I said to him, I'm like, does this happen all the time? He's like, this is the first time it's happened in the 2 years or the almost 2 years that I've lived in this apartment. I'm like, what is wrong with me? What is it? What have I done so wrong in my life that every sexual experience that I have, there's always something crazy happening? I don't get it. I wish I was lying. I wish I was making this up, and I was just, it was so awkward. Like, we're sitting there, we're locked in, by the way, and I'm like literally locked in, and I'm like, do we stop? Like, do we keep going? How long is this going to go for? We didn't know because he's never had this happen before. So he doesn't know how long it's going to go on for. And he's like, oh, let's just take a break anyway. I'm like, my legs are sore. I'm like, okay, fine. And it went on for like 5 minutes, bro. I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, we finally got there in the end, and it was all worth it. We had a lot of fun. And like I told you guys before, me and this man, we have a lot of sexual chemistry. But do I want anything more than that? No. It's purely sexual, and maybe I will see him again, because, he does live pretty close now, but yeah, we didn't really talk about what had happened, like, anything that had happened, like, back then. We just, we were just kind of, like, moving on, having fun, and yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. It was mostly awkward. But we laughed about it. We did. And yeah, I mean, that was the story of flight attendant guy. As you guys have noticed, I have covered up the lounge. It was getting very dirty very easily, which I know was my mistake. Getting a white couch, getting white anything it's a lot of maintenance. But yes, so I've just got like one of my little green bed sheets. I like green. I love green, and why not keep it green themed? I don't know if it'll be like this all the time, but whenever I can be bothered to like clean the couch properly, we'll go back to the white. What else did I want to talk about? So this thing that me and my family do, at the end of every month or every second month, we will pick a place to go out, and we'll just spend a day out. Usually it's in the city. We will try things that we see on TikTok, and we just make a day out of it. And it's really, really fun. I think like the last time was when I tried tongue hulu, and that was basically the starting point for even wanting to do this whole podcast. But yeah, so the last time we went to the city, we got some really good Chinese food or Asian food. I don't know what it was, but it was really fucking good. And then we got like the tongue hulu and all that. And yeah, so we do that at the end of every month, every second month, roughly. But we was like scrolling through TikTok, and we found, and I know a lot of people know about this, but I'm pretty sure there are people out there that don't. There is a quote unquote cult cafe in Katoomba, which is like Blue Mountains area in Sydney. In Sydney. And so we have been hearing about that I have anyway, since it got brought up once in a conversation between me and like a few of my family members. And I looked it up on TikTok once, and now my TikTok algorithm is just full of like conspiracies on this restaurant. So apparently this restaurant is run by a cult. And I mean, hey, I'm feeling ballsy, and I really want to try it, because I remember when we were doing our little Google search on it, bro, the Google review ratings, I think they're at like a 4.5 on Google, and the reviews are all really good. So I'm like, fuck, I mean, we should just make a day out of it and go check out Yellow Deli Cafe in Katoomba. And my family, I mean, we We all love to do things for the plot. That's one thing about me and my family. So yeah, we are gonna go and suss out the Yellow Deli Cafe. So after like researching the lore behind it, it's called a cult cafe, but it's not like actually a cult. I think the vibe of it is just very weird. From what I read, it gives cult vibes. That's basically what it is. It gives cult vibes, and basically it is a group of people who are all a part of this newfound religion. Now, I haven't done full research on it, but it is some sort of religion that they follow that I have never heard of. I did read what the religion was, I just can't remember it now. But it's a newfound religion, and just very weird vibes. I know that there was like a lot of controversy about, you know, when you work at the Yellow Deli Cafe, you're not actually getting paid to work there. I think it might just be like, I don't know. It could be just part of your initiative in being in or a part of this newfound religion that you want to be a part of. You want to be a part of it, then you have to work at the cafe for free. And I remember seeing, when I Googled it, there was a photo of there was like a leaked photo of a few of the members of this cafe, or whatever the fuck it is, but they're like chanting around this. They're just like in a field somewhere. They're just chanting around what looks to be like some sort of wooden sculpture. And this was confirmed to be people from this cafe, and it was very eerie, and it was very strange. But yes, that's the name of the cafe. Go look it up and tell me what you think, because I have no idea. I know it sounds interesting, and I mean, like, what if I go there and they try to like recruit me? I don't know. That's I'm so pick me. Like, I would love. It would be so like reassuring for me, you know, if I go there and they're like, "Do you want to join our cult? Do you want to be part of our religion? Do you want to be part of change? Join us." Like, I would feel so validated. And, you know, for the plot, I will do anything. I wouldn't actually, but like, I'd think about it. I'd genuinely think about it. But yeah, so we want to go suss out Yellow Deli Cafe. And, you know, I will keep you guys updated on if we do. It's in Katoomba, so we can go see the Three Sisters in the Blue Mountains afterwards. If you guys have never been to Katoomba or the Blue Mountains, or just out that way in general, you have to go. It's so nice. And, you know, they have a cult cafe. Like, come on. You just have to go out there at least once. And, you know, I'm excited. I'm very, very excited, actually, to see the cafe. Yeah. And the food looks good. It genuinely looks good. So I'm keen. I'm keen as a bean, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. What else did I want to talk about? So we were talking about a lot of throwback shows. In the last episode, we were talking about like Bad Girls Club. We were talking about like Date My Mom, Next, Room Raiders, Shot at Love with Tila Tequila, all of that. And I was having this conversation with, I think it was someone at work, but we were having this conversation about these old shows, and then it segued into just a lot of throwbacks. And one thing that, this is so niche, and I don't know if many people are going to get it, but, you know, a lot of kids back in the day Do you guys remember the Scholastic catalogues? And it was like those books, or those like little pamphlets with all these books, and you put an order through. You're like, your parents give you money, and then you take it back, and then like they'll bring you the book, and it'd be like, I don't know, but I hope everyone experienced that at least once. Me personally, I got it once, and that was it. I had to beg my mum. I was going through the article and I found like this how to draw book, and I begged my mum to just let me get it. Just once. I won't ask again. Just this one time, let me put an order through this Scholastic catalogue. And she did. And I felt like the baddest bitch with my little envelope, with my little order, with the order number and all the money in there, and handing it to my teacher like, I felt good. And yeah, the day I got that book, I was like the happiest I've ever been. But yeah, do you guys remember? And did I got it once. I never, ever got it again. And I remember asking my dad, and my dad would literally just like cuss me the fuck out if I asked him. Like, I never was allowed to get them. So I am very appreciative that I was able to get it once. But yeah, we went from that. During the conversation, we were talking about the Scholastic catalogues, and we eventually segued into, I don't even know what these are called, but we were talking about, it was like a monthly, like, if you go to your local news agency, they would have like these little magazines with like all these issues, and each issue was like a book with like a bunch of activities, and each issue would come with like a little gift. And I'm not talking about DMag, where it was like Us Weekly for kids. No, I remember that. I'm talking, and they were very themed. So one of the ones that I collected was a Shrek themed magazine issue. And every I think it was every week. I don't know if it was every week or every month. I feel like it might have been every month. But every time when a new issue came out, you got a Shrek medallion with a Shrek character on it. And so it would be like a different color. Like you'd have a green Shrek medallion with Shrek's face on it. And then you'd have like a red medallion with Dragon's face on it. So each issue came with a little Shrek medallion, and then one issue came with like this little green booklet, or like this green medallion holder, and you open it up like a book, and you got the little slots to put the medallions in. When we found out that there was a book, or like a little medallion holder flip book coming, and I missed that month, I crashed out. But I remember I was able to get it because Mum got it for me. They had like spares at the news agency. I don't know. All I remember was I missed it, and I was crashing out, and then I got it. So I did have the Shrek book, like the medallion holder. And I wish we still had that kind of stuff. They don't make the good shit like that no more. And it makes me sad to think about, because y'all won't get to experience the excitement that I felt every time a new issue came out. And because they wouldn't tell you what the next issue was, except for that green book. I remember they advertised the fuck out of that green book when it came out. But other than that, you didn't know what kind of medallion you were getting until you opened it. And I just need to know, does anybody else remember this? Does anybody else remember it? Did anybody collect them? And did anybody finish them? I'm pretty sure I'm going to look on eBay after this and see if anyone is selling them. Am I going to buy it? No. Maybe not. I'm not. Look, I can't be trusted with money. I'm a part of the negative impact, which is, overconsumerism. Am I going to buy it? No, I'm not going to buy it. Well, it depends how much they are. If it's expensive, no. But if it's cheap, I will buy them and we will unbox them on the video on one of the podcast episodes. But I'll insert the photo here. of what they looked like, of the green booklet. But they didn't it wasn't just Shrek. They had a whole bunch of other ones. Like they had, what is the other one? I just looked it up. It was like a science one. It was like Horrible Science. That's it. Horrible Science. And each issue came with like a body part or like an internal organ. That's what I remember. And I think they were like soft and squishy. Like you would have like a liver, you would have like a spleen, a fucking everything. A little bit of everything. I can't quite remember. I wasn't like as heavy on collecting those ones, but I do remember I got a few of them. And look, I'll insert photos again here. Horrible Science. But I remember I was like obsessed with that one as well. And they like the little activities and stuff. And again, I never finished it. And I don't know where everything went, but I remember just the excitement that I got every single time a new issue came out. Did anyone collect those? That's what I want to know. And if you did, what ones did you collect? And if it was either of those two, please, 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 please. Do you still have it? Did you finish the collection? I need to see if you still have it. I'm going to have a look for both of them on eBay, actually. The nostalgia I felt when I remembered that was insane. It really just took me back to my childhood. Running into the news agency every time I went there, asking them like, do you have like the new issue yet? And it was the same guy every time at the news agency at my local, and he was such a grump. He was so grumpy, but he was never rude or mean. But you could just tell he was a grumpy old man, and it was so sad because I actually remember reading on the local community Facebook page, that he passed away, which is like very, very sad, and it's like a piece of my nostalgia has died as well, because I remember every single time I was like waiting for a new issue, I would run in there and be like, have you got the new one yet? And he'd be like, no, not yet, next time. Like, sad times, hey? Sad times. But, yeah, just like that whole, and then like going to the lolly shop, little corner lolly shop with like my $2, and back when $2 could get you like a fucking shit ton of lollies. Like, you'd have a $2 coin and like you'd be set for the night. I used to get like these little love heart shaped lollipops, and they used to fucking slap my pussy so hard. I loved them. It was either those or the Red Frogs. But like, yeah, just so much nostalgia that I went through, especially because of these magazines. Yeah. Or like every time I would beg my mum for like $2 to go play on this little claw machine. And I remember I was pretty fucking good at those. I had bags and bags of plush from that damn claw machine at the local IGA. And yeah, it's just so ironic now because I work in an arcade. But yeah, the nostalgia, and it was good. It was good, man. But though back in those days, man, I'm such an unk, but yeah, amazing. Like the home brand food. My God. So my family did not come from money. I was not privileged enough to be sent to school with LCMs and roll-ups and poppers. I got sent to school with home brand chips and like Vegemite and butter sandwiches. But I fucking hated the home brand anything back then. And no, I'm not talking about like Woolies or Coles brand. I'm talking genuine IGA home brand stuff. I have trauma. And then I have to like grow up, and now I've got younger sisters getting sent to school, and there are fights in the morning. It's just pure fucking insanity in the mornings because my sister doesn't want LCMs. Or my sister doesn't want roll-ups. Or my sister doesn't want poppers. She wants something different. I would have killed. I would have popped my fucking pussy so hard for one LCM. Even, you know what? Even for a muesli bar. I would have popped my fucking pussy for a muesli bar. But no, I got sent to school with fucking home brand plain crinkle cut chips. And if they were gone, it was salt and vinegar, and I fucking hate salt and vinegar. But it was either that or starve. No, I didn't get a popper. I had to drink from the bubbler. 40-degree heat. The water's warm. Like, these kids these days, man, they're so damn ungrateful. But, yeah, like, pure chaos in the morning. And I go out, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And she's like, oh, she doesn't want LCMs. Like, my little sister will be crying the house down because she don't want to take LCMs to school. Are you joking? You don't know the struggle. Girl, fuck you. Like, fuck you. I feel so old. I feel so old. But you know what? Not as old. You know what? I will have officially reached unk status when I am able to sing karaoke at my local park with no fear of judgment. Because that's what happened. Me and my family were having a volleyball day over the weekend, and we didn't have music playing. No one brought a speaker. So we were just kind of like chilling, hanging out. And it wasn't super busy. There was like 4 or 5 families all spread out across the park. But of course, the one family behind us decides to whip out the fucking karaoke machine, this big old speaker, and like their mic, hitting them fucking notes, by the way. And it was just so loud, and they were so confident. And I was like, that is full unk status. Full unk. And I will not consider myself unk until I can do that with no fear or shame. But yeah, we're getting older. Just not to that level yet. Not to singing on a karaoke machine at my local park. We're not there yet. So as you can tell, guys, I still haven't gone and gotten a haircut. I want to. I really, really want to. I'm planning on it. It's just fighting that urge of anxiety, that wave of anxiety to actually go and get one. But I need one. Like, it's not bad. It's really not bad. But I need this done. I need the sides done. I need a nice little lineup and like my beard properly lined up. Because I can only do so much myself. And yeah. But man, social anxiety is no joke. Like, it's so bad. Like, there are times, I've gotten better now, but like back in the day, I could not even shit in a public toilet. I couldn't. I could not shit in a public toilet. Like, I remember when I was working at the very first arcade that I worked at, we didn't have toilets like in our venue. We didn't have staff toilets. We didn't even have like toilets within the venue. So we would have to go out and walk to the Westfield toilets because that's where the arcade was. We had to walk to the Westfield toilets, and it's a free-for-all there. And I had the worst anxiety. I could not do it. I could not. And look, to be fair, these toilets, they were spacious and they would have music playing over over a speaker. So you didn't have to worry too much about, people hearing your little toots and all of that. But it's just, I still couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I just being in like a cubicle feels so claustrophobic already. So if I hear that someone's even within like 2 meters within like a vicinity of me, I can't. Like, my hole just clenches, bro, and I can't shit. But It's gotten better, but like I just remember I couldn't do it. And there was one day where I was having like severe fucking diarrhea, and I was like, I should just call out of work. I should, because I can't not hold diarrhea in. Like that shit comes out like a leaky tap, bro. I can't control that. But I said to myself, like, it's only 4 hours. It's only a 4-hour shift. Like, I think I'll be all right. It's been a couple of hours since my last leak. I'll be okay. Like, I'll just go. My stupid ass gets to work, and I've been there for about 2 hours at this point, but I'm freaking out because I can feel my stomach bubbling. I can feel like the poo pains coming. And I'm like, no fucking way. I can't do this right now. And one of my coworkers was like, what are you talking about? Like, are you okay? And I had to confess. And I said to her, like, I can't shit in public. I've never shit in a public toilet. Like, not recently anyway, since this anxiety, but I can't do it. And she's like, you can do it. You'll be fine. I'm like, Grace, I can't do it. I literally can't do it. Like, I'm going to have a panic attack, but I'm going to shit myself too. And she's like, you've got this, queen. You'll be fine. Like, just go to the disabled toilets. And I'm like, fuck. That gives me even more anxiety. Going to the disabled toilet gives me more anxiety, because what if I'm in there and like I can see under the door or through the frosted glass, like I can see somebody in a wheelchair just waiting outside. I'm going to have to walk out. Like, I can't do that. I literally can't do that. And then it's like, I was like, fuck, okay, but it's getting to the point where it's dripping out now. I don't have a choice. So I'm either going to do it in the cubicle, or I can see if like the disabled toilets are free. I walked in and I was like, no, there's like 2 or 3 people in the cubicles, right? I'm like, I can't do this. I walk out and I see that there's like the disabled toilet and it's vacant. It's not vacant, sorry. Whatever the term is, but it's free. I was like, I'm really about to do this. So I walk in, I sit down, and I just realized, I'm like, what if this button, so like you walk in and it's basically these big sliding frosted doors, which is so, I don't know whose idea it was to have frosted doors for a toilet, but that's fucked up. I don't know whoever's design choice that was, fire them immediately. Because why is there frosted glass for a toilet door? It makes no sense. No sense. So like, not only now am I having anxiety about like the door button, because you go in and like, you press a button and then that'll close the door. What if it malfunctions and someone goes to press the button outside and the door opens? Like, I can't run up and close the door because it's a sliding door and they're massive. So I was like, I gotta worry not only about the doors malfunctioning, but I've got to worry about a frosted glass door too. Like, what if someone comes up and just like, you know, looks right in the glass and it's like, sure, you're not going to see anything, but you'll see a silhouette of me like fucking like wiping my ass so fast because I'm having a panic attack and I'm trying to get out of there. Like, I don't know, but the silhouette, you can see a silhouette through those frosted doors, and it's terrifying. I got in, I fucking did my business so fast, and I'm like, you know what? If someone's peeking through the door right now, let them. Because all they're gonna see is like me fucking rummaging with my hand like fucking going ham on my fucking booty hole. But like, I just... It was like the scariest day of my life. And it needed to be done. It needed to be done. And I remember I went back to work and they're like, did you do it? Did you, Grace? I fucking love Grace and Christy, but I remember I went back and they're like, did you do it? Like, how'd you go? I'm like, I did it. And they're like, yes, Carly, go. Like, this is like, congratulations. Like, this is such a big thing. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I want to kill myself. And I'm never doing it again. But like, thank you. Love you. But it was the scariest thing ever. And yeah, so like my anxiety, it's pretty bad. But yeah, it's just, I'm hoping within at least 2 weeks that I can go and get a haircut. I'm hoping within 2 weeks I can go and get a haircut. I'm going to hold myself to that. And if I'll hold myself accountable. I'm setting a deadline, 2 weeks for me to go and get a haircut. And, we'll see. I'll debut it on the podcast. We'll see. The day I get the haircut is the day I'll record the next episode. And then we can work on rejection therapy. And hopefully by then I'll have some submissions. Because like I said, these episodes are pre-recorded. So I don't know if anyone's submitting anything. But hopefully by the time I am able to get to the point of rejection therapy and trying it out, I've got some good suggestions and nothing too out of pocket. But it's a process. It's a process. I need to get a haircut. I need to chuck another shit in public, and then we can start rejection therapy from there. But yes, that I think brings us to the end of this episode. I'm so done. All that talk about my anxiety, it's giving me anxiety. So I think I need to go. I hope you guys have a good night, a good morning, a good day, whatever time you are watching this. Have a good one. Or you know what? I'm gonna start ending it by like, I don't know if you guys have seen that video, but it's from that show Cheer. It's like that like black gay guy, and he's like, I would love to sit here and chit chat with you, but I gotta go. And then he rolls over, and then like she's got like the little whoopee cushion. She's like, Tyrus, did you just fart? Anyway, I would love to sit here and chit chat with you, but I gotta go.